to the first Proteus today. Sorry, I didn't know where I was going with that. I've prepared a short, proud presentation. Thank you. Yes, I'd like to welcome you tonight. And I'd like to launch straight into a sketch, in fact. Thank you very much. It's too dark. I'm up for it. Hello there. My name is Raphael, and welcome to Terminal 96. Now, I bet you're wondering what you're all doing here. Well, you're dead. D-E-A-D, dead. But don't worry, because just through those pearly gates over there lies paradise.
Excuse me, what version of heaven is this?
Westboro Baptist. Now, I see we have here the English and the Yanks. If the English could just form a nice orderly queue over there by the Western Gate, and if the Yanks could go over there to the Middle Eastern Gate and just shoot their way through, that would be great. Okay. Names, please?
John and Joan Fry.
Let me see. Oh, I see. A reservation.
Do it.
Apparently so. Divine providence, if you will. Just arrive with some details with regards to the booking. Ensuite bathroom?
Yes.
Hot breakfast in the morning?
Oh, yes, please.
Yes. Excellent visitors have rated our breakfast very highly. In fact, the exact word they used was heaven. So that's Mr. Fine in the double bedroom and Mr. Fine in the single.
Sorry, there seems to be some sort of mistake. We'd like to share the room.
Oh. No, I'm afraid that's not possible. You see, you are a virtuous woman, and we can't encourage sexual intercourse. No, I'm sorry. Did you think eternal paradise would be all sunshine and lollipops? Let me tell you, the Wi-Fi up here is shit.
she's my wife!
Mr. Fry, you've been a devout worshipper your entire life, and it's my job to make sure that you get what you deserve. Now, you could stay in the bedroom with your wife, or you could be ravished by 100 young female virgins.
Good.
100.
No point arguing with the system, Joan.
I can't believe it.
No point fighting it, Joan. We're just going to have to grin and bear it. Come on.
Yes. Name?
Lucifer.
Oh yes, come on, Greg through. We'll have a wonderful time, I can tell. Okay. Yes, name?
Brian.
Brian. No, you're not on the list.
Excuse me?
You're not on the list.
Why in the name of God? Freeze up the world.
Well, it says here that you're a theist. Now, you see, God sees this as cheating your way into heaven, and instead of picking one side or the other.
No, not a theist. Atheist.
Oh!
I'm an atheist.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Actually, hang on, that doesn't make things any better, does it?
Why not? I've led an honest life. I've got a good job. I've kept it in my trousers. I've done nothing wrong.
I'm afraid what it boils down to is that you don't have faith in
The big G!
I'm sorry to tell you this, but you're booked in for hell.
What? Because I don't believe in something that is automatically and by design incomprehensible and automatically as bad as Hitler.
What? No! Hitler went to heaven. Admittedly, all that genocide, malarkey, for want of a better word, was regrettable, but Adolf had faith as a child and he repented at the last minute before he committed the ultimate unforgivable sin of despair, which makes everything okay. No, it doesn't. Yes, it does. He used his get out of jail free card. Good on him for doing so. Faustus could learn a thing or two.
It's insane! You're an angel! You can't act like this!
Calm down. I know how you feel.
Do you?
Actually, I think we quite reasonable.
Unreasonable! I'm being unreasonable! Look, you're not even paying attention.
Do we hear some Chris?
No, I don't want Chris. Shut up!
Love thy neighbour.
Oh, piss off.
And the other commandment doth say, thou shalt not swear.
Oh, that's not even a real commandment.
Yes, it is.
Right, I want to speak
For what, like another archangel?
No, I want to speak to someone important. I want to speak to the manager, please.
The manager?
Mm-hmm.
This is heaven. I mean, what do you think we are? Some cheap bed and breakfast service that pretends to value customer feedback? I'll go get him. No, answer phone.
Hello. This is God. If you are hearing this message, then I'm too busy to listen to your whining, pathetic, insignificant, puny life. But please, leave your message after the tone.
Well, if that's all.
I'll let's make a complaint, please.
Shit. Well, I'm going to have to refer you to the customer services department, I'm afraid.
Right, where is it?
Right, okay. Just down that shady corridor there, jump on the paternoster, a line to town is 69, and when you pass the monks burning in hellfire, it should be on the right.
Sorry, hellfire?
Yes, like the Disney film. Beata Maria, you know I am.
Hellfire, like hell.
Yes, hellfire and hell, it's self-explanatory.
Right, you stay there. Don't think this is the last of me. I'll right back. Okay.
What? Now sketch called Barwork.
No, nearly, Jordan. The pint glass is open on the other end. Yeah. What a lovely bit of mind twattery that was. What a perfectly stacked pub.
Hello.
Yes, you are indeed. Hello.
Hello, for some work.
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 Oh,
Yes.
good, because this is a bar.
Hello.
Good. You passed the first test. You recognise the bar.
Would you like to see my CV?
Yeah, sure. Whatever, yeah. Wonderful, just what we need.
So can I start?
Who can tell? I can't.
You're the manager, aren't you?
Yum. Yes, I am.
You should know then, surely.
Oh, lovely kind of weather we're having.
At least I'd really like to work here.
Oh, go on, what's your name?
Eva.
Eva.
Braun.
German parents?
British racists.
Ah, yes.
I'm not a racist. Unless that would affect my application.
Oh, God, no. He can't stand Indians.
I'm allergic to the food. I actually love it.
Shut up. As you can see, he's a complete twat. Hey, shut up.
How long has he worked here? I see.
Got any experience? It is required, unless you have some, in which case it's not.
I'm afraid I don't have any.
Oh, that's fine. You're very pretty. Good. Working. I'm confused. Sorry.
So should I go?
No, you can... Sorry?
So have I got the job?
Should I go for a drink on Friday?
Sorry, I've got a boyfriend.
No, I've got no work.
Excuse me, I just don't know what I'm doing here.
Your name is Charity, yes?
Yes, that's correct.
You've contributed millions to relief efforts worldwide, including helping starving African children.
Yes.
I don't like starving African children. it's like a bit of a twist, you know. Please, sir, can I have some more? Fuck off.
But everything I've ever done was to make the world a better place. I've never seen one.
No, and that's why you've been forgiven. But unfortunately, there's one thing which, in God's eyes, means that you can never be redeemed.
And what's that?
You're a Hindu.
Your point being.
Well, I mean, you worship more than one God. I mean, you can be the most virtuous person in the world, but as far as God is concerned, you are the worst person in existence.
But I don't deserve this.
Oh, shut it. You deserve everything you've been given.
What?
Believing in that gut, Tosh. What evidence is there for good, eh?
Well, it helps me get by. I mean, even I can't see them or know that they're real. It's comforting to know that they're looking over me and the people that I love.
They're bollocks. It doesn't matter whether it helps you or not. What matters is that it's wrong. And you're a food to the other ones.
That's horrible and there's no need for that.
There was every need. You are a fool.
You're standing in hell. You freaking hell claiming there is no God. Tell me about that.
Heaven's sake. Just because it looks like a fiery inferno. Bit of damnation doesn't mean that it is one. You expect someone of your gender and expect to understand.
Oh, but you're dead. This is the afterlife. What more proof do you need?
Where's the logic in that? This is why I hate you religious nuts. You can never provide sufficient proof to prove your evidence. Point argument against mine. You see, you go to use the customer service desk.
I think he was just here to argue.
Right, hi, excuse me, here's a complaint about misconduct of one of your employees, please. Oh, do I recognise you?
Me? No, you do not. I've never seen you.
Right, okay. Well, I just want to complain about the misconduct of one of your employees, one Raphael, a certain archangel.
I do not speak English.
Hang on, it's you, isn't it?
What?
It is you!
Hello, sir. How can I help you?
I would like to report the misconduct of one of your employees.
As some nasty.
What do you bloody think? Well, you can do anything about it?
Tell you what, I've thought of a resolution.
Oh, have you?
I have, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go talk to the manager.
Look, I don't know what you're playing at, okay? But I'm going to go back up to Terminal 96. You are going to let me into heaven. Oh, God, so help me. I will shove this trident so far up your ass, it won't be able to see the sun again. Do you understand?
Pleasurable,
Do you understand? What a dick.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Amen.
Amen.
I've been asked to say but a few words on this, a sad day and yet a day of celebration, for our dear departed friend and colleague, General Sir John Scott Tremaine. Silly. As I was saying to his fragrant wife, Mary, just moments ago, none of us know him as Sir John. None of us have spoken thus, well, for nigh on 50 years now. It's absurd. It's absurd that we should continue, even in this eulogy, to speak of him thus. So, what was it about the old constable that's so memorable? What was it that made old Cunface such a character? Why was old Cunty such a hero to his friends and such a terror to his enemies? Perhaps, for the origin of that, we must go back to 38, before the only decent war. When old Cunty was still yet young Cunty, having attained only the rank of captain, ambitious though he was, and calling a young private into his tent. The private being tardy, Cunty had cause to speak to him, and he said this: "If you're ever counting late to my counting meeting again, I'm going to stick this counting stick so far up your counting card that you won't be able to talk." And thus a legend was born.
brought back the man from home. And he was invited, along with the rest of the officers, to Buckingham Palace to dine with His Royal Highness the King. Now, on meeting the King, old country was formal and polite, as you may imagine. The King said to him, "Well, I believe you were serving with Montgomery." To which old country replied, "You come." You don't know what old Montgomery, that cunt, is up to. Well, you're not a king, you're a cunt. He was one of the last great egalitarians. He treated everyone the same. He thought everyone was a cunt. But it's a sad day. He died as he lived. Drunk, naked, and charging at the French. Who were our allies at the time. But, as the fragrant Mary was telling me earlier, he was ravaged by syphilis and driven quite mad. But still, he left us on his deathbed, speaking to the fragrant Mary. As she leaned in to mock his brow, he whispered in her ear these final words: "Fuck off." Fussy cunt. And so died. And I think we can all take a lesson from those words. A moment of tenderness at the end of a long life of service. But there are other lessons we can take from Cunty as well. He knew the meaning of the word honour. He knew the meaning of the word responsibility. He knew the meaning of the word loyalty. In fact, the only word that he didn't appear to know the meaning of was cunt. I was previously unaware of his use as a verb. I cunt. They cunt. One cunt. I am cunting. I will be cunting. They cunted. You have been cunted. It is perhaps a fond imagining of mine that even now, old country is before the pearly gates. I just hope that for once in his fucking life, he can hold his tongue and not remark, as he did to me one day, that St. Peter was in fact a obstreperous old cunt. I hold some hope in my heart that, well, even if he doesn't make it upstairs, should he fall foul of the Almighty, and should he have to face the devil, there is no man finer to do it. And perhaps for once, he can look him in the eye, shake his hand and say, "You, sir, you are a cunt." Thank you.
Truly a fine man. Yes. Business.
Well, come on then, get me in!
Sorry, I'm afraid you'll have to wait your turn, sir. Just go to the back of the queue.
What have you been here for fucking ages?
Well, you should join the queue early, shouldn't you?
Join the queue earlier? Oh, join the queue earlier! Oh, wow! First, you wouldn't let me into heaven for no good reason whatsoever!
Actually, being an atheist is quite a good reason.
Oh, then you sent me down to cast
would be a laugh.
And then, on the way back up, the paternoster broke and I came plummeting back down to hell, where I died. Again!
What's important is that we're here now.
Yes, I had to climb up the walls of hell myself with my bare hands. It took 50 fucking years. Well, do you ready for a say?
Yes. What? Can you join them back at the queue? I'll get around to seeing you eventually. I've got quite a lot of them.
Oh, you bastard.
I'll give you a free chance to get into heaven now. Take it or leave it. Give it a shit.
Fine!
Don't let me in, you treacherous old cunt.
I'm afraid heaven's opening hours are now over. If you want to get in contact with us, please feel to access us via
Oh, wow, that's free. That's a good one.
drop by our website and leave us an email if you've been unsatisfied. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Good.
What a prick.
Sorry, I made I was getting violent on the London road.
Anything specific?
No, not really, just... You're annoyed.
Yes, sorry, I needed to pick me up. My blood sugar was a little low.
Is it coffee?
No, just blood and sugar. Quite why I ordered it.
They don't sell energy drinks in here.
It's mainly bodily fluids and kitchen condiments. And Lucasade. Starbucks. I just think this happened the moment we joined the Eurozone.
Do you want a pastry? Wouldn't. Right.
So how are you?
I'm alright. I was a bit sick this morning.
Find anything?
Yeah, a few carrots.
How are you?
I don't fucking know. Lovely.
What lovely friends we are. Hello, my lovelies.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Not you! Such a twat! You're a cunt!
I brought us some cakes.
Why don't you just fuck off?
Hiding behind your cakes like some sort of twat. Well, I better go get some coffee. I'll be back in a sec. For the love of God, take your time.
She's nice.
Yeah.
No, we've already done this bit!
Have you seen any good films recently?
Not really.
Me neither.
I know a film I didn't see. Spring Breakers.
Oh, was it any good?
I don't know, I didn't see it.
I didn't see Skyfall.
We could be here for a very long time if we're going to list every single film we haven't seen.
Yeah, I suppose. I've got to go at 3.
What film?
Number 3. What time is it?
2:30?
Close enough, I better go.
Oh,
Well, you see, the thing is, I've got some better friends at the cafe across the road that doesn't sell blood and sugar cocktails. That makes sense.
I think I'll stay here for now.
Oh, I'll be back.
I'll come with you.
Oh, hello. Would you like some cake?
Fuck off.
Another getaway. Jesus Christ, Hannah, what fucking state of you. Even on your birthday, you need a minute to reset, readjust, and re-emerge. I can hear him singing. I was 17 when I first saw him. He was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen, and I decided pretty much then and there I was going to marry him. I remember quite well the first moment I saw him. I was watching him from across. across the room at some party or other, and he dropped a cupcake on the floor. I couldn't believe it. I was so shocked. 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 I couldn't believe it. down to pick it up, and as he straightened up, all big arms and blue eyes, oh God. As he straightened up, he caught me looking at him, and his eyes widened and then creased into something so mischievous I almost kissed him then and there. I didn't. I got to know him at school first. And then I plotted. As every 17-year-old can, schemed. And I followed him to university, took soon the same course as him, and made sure I was a little bit better than him, so he'd have to come to me for help. The textbook, hand brushing his, rough sex in the library annex. It was all Proteus first. That's only English. How hard can that be? You read a book, and then you talk about gender theory, Marxists, and the unreliable narrator. Job done. No, it took him a while to see the light. If you doubt the severity of my plight, consider the stats. It's simple, right? But despite repeated instruction, he still gets to see the bloody wrong way around. I don't understand how someone can misspell a fucking acronym. Now, eventually, even he got the message, the long glances, the appropriate touching the pink zone. Oh God, that's twice I've mentioned libraries and sets in the same sentence. Perhaps I have a thing. I hope I don't. No, even he got the message and asked me out, miracle of miracles. I waited approximately 0.3 seconds to respond for form, you know, self-respect and all that. And now here we are, 3 years later, all grown up and having a proper dinner party with a table and matching cutlery and everything. Even that ought to weird. This house has a garden. I garden. There is gardening. Who knew? Suddenly I have an opinion on wainscoting. Do dribble like someone though. Fucking IKEA. Screw you and your meatballs, you Swedish fucking bastards. He said he had something he wanted to tell me. But he hasn't told me yet. I hope. I went on a little adventure today. Got one of those kids. Kind you piss on, you know what I mean. 2 lines, he loves me. 1 line, loves me not. And in this case, he loves me not. Hence the drinking. I'm not a monster, you know. It would have been nice to give him a present on my birthday. We've been trying for a while, no luck yet. We emphasise the yet as in it will happen, we hope. I hope. I just don't want to see the sadness in his eyes again. Disappointment. It's not your fault, Rose. I'm not too shoddy still, I hope. I'm a chef in the kitchen and a whore in the library. Time to go and face the music. gone. Make up perfect. Smile is drawn. Just. One more year. This thing he has to tell me, I hope it's just one. I just love him.
Where are you going?
Out.
Out where? It's the England game tonight? So? What do you mean so? You can't miss the England game.
Why not?
Because... well, that's why.
No, that's the beginning of a sentence that might explain why.
It's England.
So what? You don't watch football any other day.
It's rugby.
Yeah, you don't watch that either.
But it's England.
Yeah, I've gathered, but that doesn't really answer my question. So what?
So you can't go out.
Why not?
Because it's the England game.
Shut up.
Come on, you know it's going to be a lot long. There'll be the England game.
Yes, so you keep saying, but that is more of a reason to go out. There won't be anything else on the TV.
Yes, but there'll be the...
Shut up!
Fine. Where are you going?
Ibsen's.
The coffee shop.
No, the writers. Yes, of course, the coffee.
Why are you doing
To get coffee.
that? We have coffee. Why the kettle?
I know. I'm going to meet someone.
Who?
Lisa. Lisa from work?
The one with the brown hair and beautiful ass.
She's got brown hair.
She's got beautiful ass.
If you say so.
Haven't you looked?
Of course not.
Why not? Have a look tonight.
No. I said no.
Why not? What's the point of missing the England game if you're not even look at her ass?
Because we're going for a coffee together. She's not modelling swimwear.
She good.
Alright, be sure to pass on that excellent bit of careers advice.
You should always compliment a lady when you take her out on a date.
It's not a date, it's just coffee.
Dude, coffee means date.
No, it doesn't.
Alright, if a girl says, do you want to come in for a coffee, what does that mean?
Oh! It could mean she wants to have a coffee.
Have you seen Bra Stop?
You know I've seen Bra Stop. You made me watch it with you.
No. When was that?
Oh, it was when I said a few months ago, hey, do you want to go and see Iron Man 2 at the IMAX? And you said, no, actually, I think I'd rather watch Bra Stop. And then you hid my coat so I couldn't leave.
I forgot I your coat.
It just ended up under the sofa by itself, did it? Sorry? Better than Iron Man 2?
Yep.
With Scarlett Johansson?
Yep.
At the IMAX? Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow in a leather catsuit in Iron Man 2 at the fucking IMAX?
Yes.
You're wrong in the head.
I don't want to cheat on my girlfriend.
It's not a date. It's just coffee.
It's okay, when the cat's away, the mice will play.
Well, Kat's not away, is she?
I don't see her here. Unless she's turned invisible, but let's face it, she did, she would be dating you, wouldn't she?
Funny. Fine, right, she's not here. She's at a conference. A 2-day conference.
Exactly.
No, not exactly.
Yes. This mouse is going out to play.
Oh, you are such a child. Like, you do know it is possible for a man to go out with a woman and get a coffee, and they can be really good friends, and there's nothing more to it than that, right?
Of course.
Thank you. That's settled.
Happens all the time when you're trying to bone someone.
I'm not trying to bone anyone!
No, once a cat's gone to a conference, unless she's become invisible, because you think you know what her needs.
Look. For the last time. I'm not going on a date. I am going to get a coffee with a work colleague.
Look, it's okay. I'm your best friend. I'm not going to tell anyone. It's missed a date.
It's not a fucking date!
No need to lose temper.
Yeah, there's no need for you to be a prick. It doesn't seem to stop you, does it?
Whoa, there's no need for that. Just messing with you is just a bit of fun.
Oh, it's very, very funny. Right, I'm going now.
Okay.
To meet my friend, Lisa, for a coffee.
Have fun.
I will.
Good.
You sure you don't have any last-minute hilarious jokes?
No, if you say she's just a friend, she's just a friend.
Right. Thank you. Have a nice evening.
Thanks. Oh, Alex.
Oh, yeah?
Give her one for me.
Back. Please, if you win this election, it's entirely down to Elliot.
Well, it was alright. I mean, I didn't expect them to bring up the Denmark question. I'll do better next time.
Oh, come on. Short of you developing psychic powers, I couldn't really have expected any more.
No, but...
Thank you, Tim.
Thank you.
The minute you learn to accept a compliment, Elliot, is the minute you become the perfect director of P&G. I have decided, after great deliberation, that I want you in my cabinet.
Do you really want it, Mr. Whitbread?
Come on, Tim. Speak you that much, at least. Make it sound like he's joining some esoteric club rather than the vast ranks of the unwashed. How many girls have called you that after just 5 minutes in your company? And Elliot didn't even have to fluster his eyelashes and call me fit. Tim, we're off! Right, in a minute. Well, boys, up.
Well, I don't really,
Oh, come on. You're the man of the hour. You're going to get more drinks thrown at you than Xena at the sci-fi convention. And there's considerably fewer awkward Stargate-themed pickup lines.
well, I don't really,
We'll, catch you up. Jim! Alright. I owe you a pint. I expect to see you.
Thank you. Well, I'm not good with attention, I guess. Thank you for covering for me.
Good to learn to live in the spotlight here, yes, I did.
Well, yeah, but you're you. Better. I mean it. I think it's incredible that you've known Tim for so long and you still, mesh together so well.
Yes, I think it's incredible that I'm friends with Tim after so long as well.
He's the winner in this situation, really. You could have taken your pick of any candidate to back, and he's really lucky to have you with him instead of against him.
I can say that. I wish I'd done half as much as you had when I've been in the party for just 3 months. You're really quite good at it, honestly.
Have you thought about what I said?
I still don't think Kirk is a cat.
No, the other thing last week.
I still don't think Charlotte's better Proteus.
No, seriously.
Elliot, if you wish to, please.
So you have thought?
Yes, I don't claim to understand it. You do love me,
Yes.
and she knows about it.
She encourages it.
So you love her, and she loves you.
Yes.
Do you love me?
Well, I'm not in love with you, no, but I do love you. I think of you fondly and often, and having you in the room makes my usually heavy heart filled with helium, and I feel just that little bit stronger. There isn't really a term for it, I suppose. It's a sort of friend love. That sounds really stupid.
No. Is friend love very different to romantic love?
I don't know, I think so.
Doesn't sound.
Maybe, but I think there are two categories. I'm in love with Caroline, but I love you. Just because there isn't a word for it doesn't mean that the sentiment is any less real.
Doesn't it?
But if you don't want this, then...
Yeah. Sorry, yeah. I'm just trying to understand. Why me?
Why not you? I think you're beautiful and I would very much like to kiss you, but can I still kiss you?
I do hope I wasn't disappointing.
That's fine. You're perfect.
I wouldn't go that far.
Well, you can't argue with opinion, that's what you always tell me, and that's what I think.
I suppose.
You don't regret it.
That's not much to regret. It's just a case. It's got some life-changing consequences now, is it?
Are you happy?
I'm not unhappy. I'd rather you didn't mention it to Tim.
Oh, I don't see why I would. He's got nothing to do with this, does he?
You don't consider him your friend.
I don't know, I like him, but...
Do you have these feelings?
No.
Have you ever had feelings of friend love or anything else?
Is that a bad thing?
Oh, no, I wrapped my mind around it all.
It's not that outlet, is it? I mean, just a couple of days ago, Tim was just saying I should cheat on Caroline, and no one thought that was good.
I don't think he actually meant it. Well, actually, yes, he did. But that's sex.
Well, yeah, but why is sex considered less weird than just physical affection? I don't understand it.
Great society.
When's the next bit?
A few days. You really should know.
Oh. Is it televised?
Yes, I should think so.
If we do well, may I kiss you again?
Maybe.
If we do better, maybe we can take in dinner and a show.
You always do very well.